Welcome, I'm Chamundai and welcome to the Chamundai channel. And this is a space where I love to be in touch, tune in, see what questions you might have about life, about relationships, about work, your soul purpose. And I'm happy to answer those and bring forth guidance from the higher beings in the fifth and higher dimensions, the ascended masters. Often there's angels of different higher frequencies come through with messages. And depending on the questions or what might be happening, they will come forth and give a message. I have a strong connection myself through my spiritual journey with the Vedic and the Hindu traditions and spend time at Sri Puram, Sri Narayani Peedam in South India in the company and the divine presence of Sri Shakti Narayani Amma. So often those Sanskrit mantras will be something that I will tune into. And tonight feels like a good night to call forth a beautiful mantra that balances our chakras. You may be familiar with it. It's called the Pancha Bhoota Mantra. So it's the 5 elements and it balances our energy centers, our chakras, and balances them with the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and ether, which are the essential parts of our soul. And so this also brings in the divine and cosmic energy. So I'll just chant this through. You can listen along if you happen to know it and you're watching, you can chant along with us. And then I will tune in and see what might be the channeled message for tonight and for this particular session today. If you have any questions later or you wish to be in touch, my website and my other details are below and you'll be able to see more about what I'm doing, my retreats to India, and how I can support you with individual healing or channeling or mentoring for your spiritual journey. And so now we're just going to gently close our eyes and tune into all of the divine frequencies as I tune into my teacher, my guide, my guru, Sri Shakti Narayani Amma. And the energies of Narayani bring forth wisdom, strength, and abundance as we utilize that frequency. And now I'm just going to start with I'm going to do a few ohms, which is, of course, our universal sound and frequency. It's lovely just to open our hearts and settle through the energy, and then I'll do a few rounds of the Pancha Bhoota Mantra. And as I mentioned, some rounds of the Pancha Bhoota Mantra. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Simram Vam yam, yam hum, Shiva om, Namah Swaha, Harihi om. Nam lam mam vam simram vam yam yam hum Shiva om Namah Swaha Harihi om. Nam lam mam vam simram vam yam yam hum Shiva om Namah Swaha Harihi om. Nam lam mam vam simram vam yam yam hum Shiva om Namah Swaha. And just breathing in the sounds of the mantra, and then just a big breath out, sighing out, letting go of any stress, any energy that you don't need. Just letting that breath release all around the body, out the back of the body. It's a good way to clear. I'll do a couple more rounds. Harihi om. Nam lam mam vam simram vam yam yam hum Shiva om Namah Swaha Harihi om. Nam lam mam vam simram vam yam yam hum Shiva om Namah Swaha. And just breathing in again and breathing out all over, releasing. And I'm just going to take a moment to connect with any guides or higher beings, ascended masters, goddesses, the energies, angels that might have a message for us tonight. And it's always nice just thinking about where we are now and what's happening and see what might be the most aligned message. And then when I have tuned in and feel that being is there, I'll start to speak that message. There's a feeling like an Egyptian flavor message tonight. I feel the energies of Thoth and Isis. And although we perceive them as separate beings, they appear to be coming together for a combined message. So I just ask to start to channel that message. We are here with great delight to speak with you tonight. It is true that we are both Thoth and Isis from the traditions you know as Egypt and the Egyptian great masters, who of course came in many, many forms. And yet, as you have heard many speak, there is a oneness and unity in the divine realms. And so we combine in this way with our energies tonight to speak to you of your great desire to be of service on this planet Earth during its time of great transition, for definitely and surely during this year of your calendar called 2026, and in the next 5 years to come, the Earth is going through great changes, and each one of you who calls yourself a light leader or healer or teacher or has a desire to be of service and use your soul's gifts is much needed and much welcomed. And we of the inner planes are here to help you any time that you would call upon us. And so we, in the goddess form of Isis, remind you that the divine feminine energies are coming forth most strongly, and yet there is that balance and combination and merging and entwining with that which is the sacred masculine and the truth as you may know it from your teachings or learnings in other traditions. These energies are not separate. In the Vedic tradition, you may think of them as the Shakti and the Shiva, the energy and the consciousness, and yet these are simply terms that have come into common usage to describe a phenomenon that cannot be described in the English language. However, in this moment, through this transition and transmission, we are combining those energies for your benefit should you wish to absorb them. Anyone who may be listening or receiving this transmission at any time will in fact be receiving what we would call an alchemy of those energies and frequencies of both divine masculine and feminine, for it is the time on earth that these be woven together in a beautiful tapestry with great love and compassion. And we are aware that on your planet you see playing out the polarities of these energies, and feminine energy that has gone off track and is not balanced in a divinely ordered way, and masculine energy that has also moved off track and is out of balance. And we believe that you will understand these out of balance frequencies when you meet them or interact with them, for they will seem a little harsh, they will seem hard, and the divine consciousness and the compassion that is a hallmark of perfectly balanced masculine and feminine divine energies will not be present when these energies are out of balance. And sometimes this happens in the human condition because there is either too much effort and too much structure and too much drive from an egoic place, which we could describe in one way as an out of balance masculine, although this is not the only way it can portray itself. However, it may be familiar to you, and there may be an almost unstructured flow of energy that can become a little wild, that is the untamed, unstructured goddess, where the consciousness is not supported by the structure and the energies of the divine masculine. And yet, as we have said, the truth is that no creation can take place without the balance of these energies. And so whenever you are creating, we would encourage you to call upon your favorite god and goddess form. It could be, as we have said, Shakti and Shiva, or Isis, or Yeshua, Jesus, Yeshua, and Mary Magdalene. It could be in any form, in any tradition where there is a form that is seen to represent divine feminine or divine masculine. Although, as we say, all those forms contain both in perfect harmony and balance. And yet, for your understanding, it may be easier to call them forth as separate ideas or separate forms and ask for them both to be balanced within you as you create what it is you wish to create. So perhaps you are designing a project or a course or a holiday or a relationship or anything, a meal, anything that you are bringing forth into creation. It requires some actions and some ingredients and some energy, and it needs to take place in time and space. These are all features of anything that is created. And we feel it will help you to produce or to bring forth a balanced creation if you call forth these energies of masculine and feminine and ask for them to balance through you as you are creating. And it may be of benefit any time to listen to this transmission as we have explained the frequency that is being delivered in this moment is the balanced energies. And so, although the words are there, they are less important than the frequency of the transmission. We will pause our words for a moment and allow you to feel the frequency across many places on your earth. These frequencies are coming together in many temples and sacred spaces, in sacred places in nature, in energy portals. These frequencies are being balanced. And so any practices that you may enjoy doing, any rituals or mantras or prayers that bring forth these frequencies will be very beneficial for you. So perhaps you have a prayer to the divine feminine and a mantra to the divine masculine, or perhaps you conduct a ceremony in which you have images of saints and sages and goddesses and God forms. There are so many angels and different frequencies, and you can bring forth some flowers, some water using the elements of nature. And as you perform these sacred rituals, you are connecting with your soul's frequency, and the actions that you may be doing help you to connect with your soul in this way. In the same way, you may be singing different songs or chants or mantras or even hymns from a religious or sacred tradition that you enjoy. And you will know which ones uplift you and help you to feel balanced. And so these are all our recommendations for bringing yourself into this balance when you choose to create. We will pause to see whether there are any questions about anything that we have shared. We would also say that being in touch with and working with the elements of nature, the earth, the air, fire in a candle or a lamp, or other form of fire and incense, the earth, air, fire, water, and ether. These elements are what make up your soul or your divine blueprint. So using these elements and asking them to harmonize, as in the mantra that was done earlier, will also help you to bring these different frequencies of God, Goddess energy, masculine and feminine, into balance within you. And so we would say this is a time where balancing the polarities will be beneficial. And we do wish to say that there is no perfect balance which remains. There will be movement in and out of balance and in and out of harmony and in and out of the polarities. And this is a normal way that humans interact and exist upon this planet. And this is quite normal and natural. We would also recommend at this time practicing of grounding, connecting yourself deeply with Mother Earth. For truly beloved Gaia, the alive energy of your earth, the goddess of the earth, is helping and supporting you. And so as you put your bare feet upon the earth, you can release the electromagnetic energies that may be out of balance as a result of technologies or emotions or places that you have visited. And so this is a way of bringing your physical body back into balance and harmony. For those who live near bodies of water, such as lake or ocean, the feet can go into the water. And you can even collect some water, for example, from the ocean and bring it home. And you can put it into a lovely container and soak your feet in it. And you will feel the energy of the ocean cleansing you and drawing forth any impurities or negative energy. This is, we understand, often done with magnesium foot baths and Epsom salts, but we would encourage ocean water. And only a small amount is needed because, of course, it can be added to pure water from the tap, and the energy of the ocean will cause the water to become ocean. It needs only a few drops as the frequency of water changes itself in that way and shares itself with the other water substances. It is also a time when drinking plenty of filtered and perhaps blessed and energized water. There is a practice we understand that is common of putting water into a blue-colored glass container and putting it in the sun, and this purifies and energizes the water. And this is a good practice if you have a glass vessel, jug, or receptacle that can hold water and be placed in the sun for a few hours. Otherwise, if you practice your sacred chanting Om or any sacred mantra, you can place your hand above the glass and allow the vibration of your sound and chant to enter into the water, and then you can drink the water and the energy will go into the water inside your body, purifying your cells and bringing forth good health and harmony. There is much that you can do in order to utilize the energies and the frequencies that are all around you in Mother Nature. The energy of the sunlight is also very purifying. And while we understand there is often hesitation in exposing the physical body too long in the sun, we would say that some time of allowing the sun to rest upon the skin is very beneficial. And you can choose the times perhaps earlier in the morning or in the evening for this to take place in order to bring forth and wake up the energies of the fiery sun inside your cells activating your cells and your DNA also for healing and for calibrating you to the new energies that are coming forth upon the earth. And speaking now of your projects and business, we would encourage you to align those projects with the desires of your heart. For those of you who may be listening, will have a heartfelt desire to help and support other people who are looking for spiritual help, support, and growth. And in whatever area you wish to help and support people, this help can be infused with the energy of we, the divine angels and beings, who can bring forth any codes or frequencies that will help your project. And so perhaps you are needing the Christ consciousness and unconditional love, or perhaps you are needing healing frequencies of Archangel Raphael. There are many different frequencies that can be called into your projects and allowed to code within them to help and support you. It is truly a time to start and accomplish all that your heart desires and all that you dream into reality and all that you dream about bringing forth into the world. The dreams can at this time become real within the next 12 months of your human earth time cycle. It requires a steady vision of that which you wish to create, and we would encourage you to write this, and if you so desire, to make pictures to bring it more real into your mind and to hold the vision of that which you wish to create. This allows our frequencies to help and support you and call upon us for any help that you may need. We encourage you to be of service, as this is one of the primary reasons that you have incarnated on this earth, and you are not able to know whether this life is the last one for you to be in a human form, and to give yourself the optimal chance of completing as much sacred service as you can during the time that you are here, allows you to transition when you are completed in your human journey, in your current human body, and allows you to go into higher realms. And so do not be afraid to allow yourself to follow the desires of your heart to be of service. Whether this is in a small way or a large way is of no importance to any of the divine forces. If there are no questions at this time, we will conclude with our love and support for all that you are doing, and encourage you to listen again to the practices we have suggested, and to perhaps write them down or record them in a way that you can easily remember, so that you can follow these guidances for your own higher learning, wisdom, and evolution. We send you much love and much gratitude for all the help that you are giving to this planet. And we will speak again another time. Goodbye. Good. So if you have any questions at any time, anything I can help you with, my details are below. So thank you so much for joining tonight. And if you're watching the replay or if it's your first time, welcome. Feel free to reach out and come and join these free classes when they're live on Zoom. You'll find the details below, and there is a group on Meetup that you can join where these classes are explained, and you can join through that Meetup group and it will give you a reminder each week. Lots of love and blessings, and take good care, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.